Then Lord Dartmouth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have some questions to ask about Turkey. You said in your written submission that independent and professional judiciary is key to the rule of law. Do you consider that Turkey has an independent judiciary? Secondly, the context of Turkey, and I would remind you and colleagues that pre-accession assistance to Turkey is currently running at almost €1 billion a year, and similar sums have been allocated right up till 2020. Now, there are more journalists imprisoned in Turkey even than China and Iran. Now, would you agree that all pre-accession assistance should be suspended until the journalists are released? And if you're not prepared to, and would you also agree with me that in reality pre-accession assistance or the suspension thereof is really the only instrument you have with which to influence the Turkish government?
Thank you. Yeah, all these measures are based on our current regulations. As soon as there is an accession country, there is a pre-accession funding available for countries. We have to reflect if there are certain developments which are definitely contrary to our principle and basic understanding, but once again, things are sometimes rather complex, and we have to look into it and find appropriate answers which, on the one hand, achieve what you rightly criticize. It's unacceptable that anybody is jailed for reasons which are related to freedom of expression. And this is something you can be reassured I will certainly address in my discussions, negotiations with Turkey in order to find a solution, and it's something which can and must not accept it by us, and and we have to find appropriate answers to that.
But with respect, Mr. Commissioner-designate, I don't see why the Turkish government should pay any attention to what you say at all. They didn't pay any attention to your predecessors. Surely the only way is to at least put on the table a reduction in pre-accession funding. And I would further add and further point out that Mr. Juncker has said no more enlargement for 5 years. And my constituents find it very hard to understand why €14 billion has been allocated to pre-accession funding in the next 5 years when these people will not be exceeding in that period of time. These countries, I should say, sorry.
Exactly, because Turkey will by far not receive 14 billion euro. It's the overall budget for accession for enlargement countries is 11.7 billion, if I'm right in mind. And once again, we have to address this issue. We have to discuss it with our Turkish colleagues. And once again, we cannot accept this. And if there are unsatisfying reactions, we have to see how to react on this.